Alright everybody, this video is just about the Crucible essay and my expectations and kind of going over it for you. All of these links are available on my website, also called your website, under English 11 at the very bottom. I'm going to go over the rubric, the requirements, and then how to gather information today in class. So the rubric, the paper is out of 60 points. Okay. If I highlight here, and this is only giving a brief overview, don't worry, requirements goes into it much more. You have the choice between 4 topics. I ended up taking one off because it didn't make sense. I'm not going to read them all to you. I will say they all pertain to picking 3 characters and applying an idea to them. Alright? You can pick which one you would like to do. Outline, make sure, we will work on all the outline stuff, the formal outline, the formal paper, and all that fun stuff next week. But right now, today, after I go over all this, you are going to work on gathering evidence to support your claim for the prompt in which you have chosen. Your works cited, again, not a problem. We will work on it after. You only have one source, most likely, which will be the book. If you use an outside source, I'll show you how to do that too. Okay, language, again, correct spelling, grammar, punctuation. There are 2 due dates for this. We'll have a rough draft due on the 10th, and your final is on the 11th. The 10th will be the beginning of class. The 11th is by midnight, the night of. So we'll have a period that'll help. So I'm looking to make sure there's no errors on that end. Correct verb usage. We talked about verb tense before, active verbs. We talked about be verbs specifically in some of my classes about you don't want to say being, are, is. Those are just weak verbs. You can find much stronger ways to say that. Varied sentence beginnings, word choice, clear sentence structure, all of that thing. We talked about parallelism. You want to make sure you're keeping that straight and clear, concise. Again, no contractions, unless they are in a direct quote, and that is okay. No first person, I, me, my, ourselves, things like that. You don't have to say in my opinion. It's your paper. We already know that. And no second person. No you, yourself. Instead of saying you would want to do this, maybe you could say one might want to do this. Okay, you don't want to point fingers in your essay. You want to make a point, not point finger. Total out of 60 points. All right, now I'm going to the next link, which is the requirements. Okay, I'm going to scroll in here, and it says, how many people does it take to make change? Sometimes all it takes is the power of 1. Kind of the idea here. Each topic, like I said before, deals with picking characters and kind of either saying this is how they acted and this is why. I'll let you pick the one you want. I'm not going to read them to you because you are in a college prep class, so you can figure out which topic you would like. Notice, again, they all say pick 3 characters. So in your paragraphs, you can imagine the introduction, and then each body paragraph is going to be about one of the characters in which you pick. Okay? Like, let's say, select 3 characters from the Crucible on the very first essay topic here. You can't see what I'm pointing to. I'm on the very first topic there. Select 3 characters from the Crucible and develop an argument for how their greed blinded their sense of justice. So you could use Abigail wanting her man, and you're going to go through and find 3 quotes that would prove that greed blinded her to actual justice, okay, actual truth. And so that is one of your claims. Claim number 1, Abigail Williams blinded herself with greed in these 3 ways. Claim number 2, different character, blinded itself with greed. Paragraph 3, blinded themselves with greed. Alright, so it says write a 5-paragraph essay, including an introduction paragraph, 3 argumentation paragraphs, and a conclusion. You can read through the rest of that, basically just kind of making sure you will need to have at least 3 quotes per body paragraph. And what you are working on today, which I have 50 seconds to get through, is picking your topic, type your topic, start your thesis the best you can, and then your claim number 1. Like I just gave you the example of Abigail. Okay, and then you're going to go through the actual play with a textbook and start finding quotes that would support that idea. Support the idea that Abigail has let her greed blind her to actual justice. All right, so that's what you're working on today. You're working on gathering information, and we'll turn this into a formal outline. If you have questions, email me. The I didn't know what prompt to pick, so I didn't do it is not going to fly. All right, you must attempt something in order to get any help from me. Best of luck, and I will talk to you guys on Monday.